Hey guys, it's postboxpat and welcome back to a new video, and today I'm going to be talking about the new features coming into the next console update on Minecraft Console Edition. So, we've got a few different names for the update. We've got TU46 or TU47. Personally, I would prefer to call it TU47 rather than TU46. But that's because of the recent update for Xbox, which was patching some sort of glitch, and also the recent update for Xbox 360, which pushes it to TU47. However, that means it would be TU46 on the PlayStation editions, but we're not too sure, so let's just go with TU46/47. But anyway, let's get straight into this and talk about the information which has been recently confirmed by 4J Studios. So, as you can see on screen right now, we've got a few different features which have been confirmed recently by 4J Studios. In the top image just up there, you can see that we've got skeleton traps, which means a random horse could spawn in them traps. They are pretty risky, and I will probably do a video about skeleton traps in more detail when they are released, but they're coming into the game, which is an amazing feature, which also means that there's going to be a brand new mob coming into the game. So if you slightly look, if you're wondering where the skeleton traps are, they're just in the background over there by where the skeletons are. You can clearly see them just there. Pretty easy to just see, not too difficult to see. You can just see them there in the background. Not very difficult at all to see. If you can see them there, just give me a shout. Yeah, you can see them. But anyway, they're the skeleton traps in the background that you can see right there. Pretty easy, pretty simple, and they'll be awesome when they're in the game. Now, also on the screen, you can see that in his inventory, we've got a couple of new arrows there, which are pretty awesome. We also know we've seen these in previous screenshots, so we also know they were already coming. But just again to confirm that, we've got the arrows in the inventory. And also, them 3 potions there are lingering potions. Now, if you're wondering what lingering potions are, basically they're a potion that you throw down and it causes some sort of like area effect, and it remains there for a certain amount of time. So if you're giving us an example, for example, a Molotov off the old Call of Duty games, or off Battlefield Hardline or Battlefield 1, a fire grenade, you throw it and the fire remains on the floor for a bit. Now, instead of running through the fire and obviously you lose health and get damage from it, well, on this, you'd get the effect of whatever that potion is. So, for example, you could have a lingering potion of strength, you'd run through it, gain strength. A lingering potion of poison, you'd get poison. Now, I don't know if that's possible to have them ones, but that's just an example of how it's going to work. And it remains on the floor for roughly about 20 to 30 seconds, I believe. So basically, it's a third potion. You've got the normal one you drink, the one you throw, and now you've got a lingering potion which you throw and it remains there. So you've got 3 different types of potions into the game. So that's what a lingering potion is. Now, if you look in the bottom half of this screenshot, you can clearly see that we've got, actually, one more thing in the top half, which is pretty important, which a few people were talking to me about. I'm not 100% sure on this, but it could be a rumor. Now, if you look in the bottom half, you can see obviously there's 2 people riding in a boat. We already know that feature's coming, new boats and stuff. But look at Steve carefully. Now, Steve has only got the bow in his one hand. And now on PC, when you're having dual wielding, you'd have your bow in one hand, your arrow in the other. You can see how he's got his bow in one hand. Now, this can either assume that they're going to bring out dual wielding and they're just keeping it a big secret, which I highly doubt. However, they may not be, because I don't think they'd, if they were going to bring out dual wielding now, they would have already revealed it in a screenshot. So this here now, maybe you can kind of see his hand is kind of pulling back the arrows, but I don't know. But if you look carefully, what I'm thinking personally, this might be a console exclusive, or maybe not, I'm not 100% sure. He's actually got one of the arrows highlighted in his inventory. You can see he's got the bow in his hand, but the arrow is highlighted in his inventory. Now, I'm not too sure how that's working, but it is. Not many people have pointed this out, but I've been looking at it closely. If you look on his inventory, he's actually got the arrow highlighted. Now, obviously on Minecraft, to get your bow out, you have to have it highlighted, and your bow comes in your hand. Well, you look at that there, the arrow is highlighted, and the bow isn't. So does that mean that you're going to fire? Basically, I think that dual wielding ain't going to come into it. You just highlight the arrow you want, and that's what's going to fire out your bow. As long as your bow is in your inventory, you can highlight your arrow and it'll fire the arrow. By the looks of it, that's what it looks like it's going to be, personally. A few people have been discussing that, but dual wielding, personally, I don't think it's going to come into the next update. As you can see on screen, you've got a few different features there, and the top one, I've gone through them all, but that arrow thing is something very interesting, which not many people have picked up on. You'll notice that it's in his inventory. It's very clever, very new feature, very sneaky from 4J Studios. A few people have picked it out that he's holding 2 things, but no one said about the arrow in his inventory. So that's pretty interesting, and a very new little hidden thing there inside of it, which not many people have picked up on. Now, if you look down in the bottom screenshot, moving on to the bottom screenshot, there isn't too much new things here. There's a few things, but not much at all. You've clearly got the simple things. You've got more lingering potions there. They look like you've got on to the left of that, it looks like I believe that's a chorus plant he's got in his hand there. He's holding some chorus plants, which are in the background as well. You've also got end gateways, which are pretty interesting. I didn't see them coming in, to be honest, but they have done, which is a pretty interesting feature. I will go over them in more detail when the update is officially out. And you've also got end crystal on the left there, which is a little bit pointless having the end reset thing. As we know, the end reset feature is coming out, which means you can reset your end. Now with the crystal, that would come in handy with that, but obviously with that not being in it, they've just got crystals in it. Maybe it's like some sort of reward element, a little bit like the current ender egg or the wither heads if you're not crafting the wither. So a little bit something like that, just like a reward type thing, which is pretty awesome. I can imagine that being really cool. But apart from that, that is everything in these screenshots right now. But one thing I'd like to go back to again, just to reiterate it, is the arrow thing. Now, the arrow feature with the having it in his hand and the bow is just amazing. I didn't actually notice that until a few minutes ago, and I was like, hang on a second. What is that there? And you can clearly see that his arrow's in his hand. There's arrows on his inventory, but his bow isn't highlighted. So that's a pretty interesting feature, and I believe that's probably how it's going to work for dual wielding, because a lot of people were asking, where's the second slot for your arrow and things like that. Honestly, I don't think they're going to bring out dual wielding. It's just not going to work for console edition straight away. It's taking too much time for them to work out how to map the controlling, which probably will take them forever. So honestly, I don't think that's going to come out personally. But if you look closely at that, you can clearly see that the arrow is there, and he's highlighted the arrow, and he's not highlighted the bow. So which means it's probably going to work. You go on your LB and RB on the Xbox, or L1 and L2 on your PlayStation, you switch between your inventory bar and you go over to your arrow to see which arrow you want to fire, but your bow has to be in your inventory to fire. Maybe it has to be in that right slot, I don't know, it could be in any slot, but again, that's pretty interesting, and it's a very interesting feature. We've also got the new mob, like I mentioned, the new skeleton horse, which will be coming as well, which is really interesting. That's in a little bit more detail, is basically where a skeleton drives the horse, and he will man the horse with a bow and an iron helmet, and basically he'll shoot at you, and if it just does damage, and it can be very irritating. And apart from that, that's really it for him himself. Skeleton traps, they're interesting as well. I'll go into that in definitely another video. But also, you're probably wondering, when is this update going to come out? When is your estimated release date, Pat? Well, personally, I don't know 100%, but we are getting a few screenshots from 4J Studios quite often. So by the looks of it, they have nearly finished the update. They must look like they must be almost completing it now, just going through the testing stages or getting ready to send it to the testing stages. Honestly, I think 4J Studios will want to get it out everywhere at the same time, because the previous years it comes out at different times in different places, and people just get really angry about that. So personally, I think 4J Studios may have actually already finished the update. The update is ready to go. They've already sent it into testing, and they're waiting for it to come back from testing, and then they're going to wait for a day and release it for everyone. So that would probably work, and personally, that's what I think they're going to do this year. If I could estimate a release date, it'd be between the 18th and the 22nd, most likely between either the 20th or the 19th. The reason I say the 20th of December is because it's on a Tuesday, and a lot of their updates have been coming out recently on Tuesdays, unless it's like a minor update. So I can see it coming out on a Tuesday, but if not, it'll probably be the Monday the 19th, or the 20th, or the 21st, around them 3 dates, most likely. It's not going to be a Saturday, it's not going to be a Sunday, so definitely the 19th of December, 20th, or the 21st. Personally, I think it'll definitely be between them three, which also makes it a great Christmas present. If you haven't actually got Minecraft for Console Edition, the update will probably most likely come out before Christmas. So if you get Minecraft for Christmas, for example, even in this screenshot right now, you can see that he's holding Minecraft Console Edition. If you do get Minecraft before Christmas, again, you'll get it early, and you'll have access to Minecraft, and you'll be able to play it on Christmas with the update. So that'd be pretty awesome, and I can see that's what they're aiming to do, obviously, and make everyone happy for Christmas, which would be really awesome. Again, like I said, I think it's already gone into cert testing, or it's basically about to go into cert testing. They're not going to tell us, I don't think, because they usually don't tell us. We usually get that little, sometimes there's like a little stream from the Xbox side of stuff, where it's usually this woman and this guy. They usually do like a overview of the update, but they don't seem to know a lot about Minecraft. It's quite funny, to be honest, to watch, because they don't know a lot about the console edition of Minecraft or Minecraft in general, and they just kind of go around it and test it, which is just really funny, because they do silly things which you wouldn't see usually if they play Minecraft common, but they're not Minecraft commoners. They're just like people who never play Minecraft, but they test it, and it's pretty funny to watch, to be honest. And a lot of people are tweeting and saying in the comment section, do this, do that, do this, do that, and they just don't do it, and they do it. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's really awesome if you guys show as much support as possible. And don't forget to click that bell on the subscribe button, because that will keep you notified with all the Minecraft news coming to Minecraft Console Edition, coming to Minecraft, whatever Minecraft version you want to play on the consoles. PC, I do a little bit of PC news, do a little bit of console news, a little bit of Pocket Edition news, and loads of Console Edition news. So stay tuned for that, and also all the new duplication glitch videos. This will be your #1 place for them as soon as the new update drops. And once again, this is postboxpat, signing out.